Ah, Mother Nature, in all of her glory. What on earth is that? With all the bugs and glitches in this game, there are times that I am in absolute awe of the beauty of this world, but still, it's space engineers. So this happy little bundle of derp cannon love is something that I found on the Steam Workshop the other day, and it's exactly what it looks like. It's a howitzer that fires a explosive shell. And what's so brilliant about this thing and why I highly recommend it is that it finally brings something to space engineers that we rarely see, and that's indirect fire. This thing will fire a shell, eject a shell casing, and yes, I understand the muzzle is broken, but here, let me show you what I mean. So one of the reasons why I chose this terrain to record in is I'm literally on top of a small hilly mountain on top of a plateau with very few pathways up. And as you can see, I'm actually pounding one of the pathways leading up the plateau with this howitzer. I was just extremely excited imagining what kind of builds I could put together now that we have this kind of indirect fire. I mean, seriously, watch this next shot as it comes in, arcs down, beautiful. So we can already tell it does damage to terrain, but my biggest fear was what it did to armor blocks. And as you can see, no big deal. And as I kept sending rounds, I realized it's less spread and more linear. So I wanted to see what a sustained bombardment could do to a target like a pirate base. And I gotta admit, the first few rounds were really tense. And by tense, I mean they were missing horribly. But since the gun sits on a rotor system that moves in very tiny increments, it's extremely easy to readjust my fire. So I just casually walked in my fire until finally I got my result. And I mean, seriously, look at this level of damage. That's brilliant. So this is where I actually be quiet and let you guys see what an actual sustained bombardment is, fired shot after shot after shot. I mean, seriously, try to imagine being inside this thing. You have nowhere to run. Shells are falling all around you. Your base is half ripped. Ah, that one was close. I mean, seriously, you have nowhere to. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. So I guess we could just walk into the main compartment. This is where they keep the armor and the antenna, and there is no. Wow. There is no antenna. And that one would have had my number on it. Seriously, you would be righteously screwed if you were under this bombardment. I mean, where would you even go? I I guess the only thing you could do is find whatever's shooting at you or look out the window and curse at it. But this is also what I mean by linear and not really spread out. It's cutting the space in half, and that's cool. I mean, that is really really awesome. It's doing a ton of damage. It's doing what we want it to do, but I wish it was just a little bit more spread out. This tower has been mocking me for some time. Wait, see what I mean by mocking? Ugh. So after a round came in and actually knocked it down while I wasn't really paying attention, I decided that I was going to head and shift the fire towards the actual turrets. And now I'm just waiting for those corrected rounds to actually come in. Should be the very next one. And pure joy. Unfortunately, a little bit of a warning. This is where the game starts to seize up. I'm guessing it's because of the amount of shells that were actually ejected and rolled off the side of the mountain. There's probably a huge pile of, like, I don't know, maybe 60, 70 shells that I really do need to correct, because after this you start seeing the video start to stutter every second. So I apologize, it's me, it's not you. And as I'm sitting here thinking about all the field guns and the artillery that I can make, does anyone remember the German tank destroyer, the Martyr II? Oh man. All it needs is this gun, a tank chassis, a collector, and a bullet shield, and done. So, there it is. I do have to wrap this up. It was a lot of fun, and I do hope that the creator, by the name of Alois GPN, he actually... Was it JPN? I think it was JPN. I do actually hope that he fixes the broken model and maybe comes out with different projectile types. And, you know, I'd actually like to see him up the damage on this thing, because this has to be the most fun thing I've ever played with, and I really it's probably because I turned it off. So I really do hope that he continues to work on this and provide support for it, because I plan on using it in a number of builds. I mean, seriously, you won my heart cannon. This is up there with the parachute that I can't live without it now. So that's all for now. I'm Foxy from OGG, and if you like what you saw, please like and subscribe. It gives us the motivation to continue to do these, and it helps support our small channel out. So, thanks.